name is Isaiah Brandon, aka Mr. Bubble. Now that I've formally introduced myself, I am a 19-year-old business owner running a mobile detailing business out here in Massachusetts. This is my first ever YouTube video, so bear with me. But listen, I'm gonna teach y'all something. Today, we're going to be working on polishing and paint correcting my door. Now you're probably sitting there thinking two things. Damn, this dude is cool as hell. And why does he have a black door when the rest of his car is a different color? Now there's a story behind this door right here. One day I was going to the gym and I had to leave my mom's house. So I leave, but then I'm like, oh wait, I forgot something in her trunk. So I pull up next to her driveway, but right in front of her driveway there's a telephone pole. Well, not right in front, but right next to it. I put the car in park, I get out the car, go around to her trunk, and then I hear boom! And my whole door bends backwards on this telephone pole. So this is my replacement door. And ever since I put this door on, it has been ugly, but it's also made a statement. So today, I'm gonna polish this, show you guys my process on how to paint correct, and we're gonna make this thing look freaking perfect. Now that you got the story and know what we're doing, I'm gonna show you guys what this black door is looking like, and then we're gonna start the wash and prep process.
A few moments later.
It's nice and dry. Now that we got the door all cleaned, decontaminated, and prepped for this process, you guys can check out what it looks like. You see we got scratching all along this body line. I think I just caused some scratching there, but now we're gonna get this thing polished. Check it out, we got some scratching right here. It's all over the place, right? Alright, now that we have this thing polished on this left side, I mean, mind you, we still have a bunch of panels up top to hit, things like that. But let's buff out this left side panel and see what we're working with. Make sure we get in between these letters nice and good. So we can actually see that final result. Alright, so this is the corrected side and this is the uncorrected side, right? Our corrected side came out magnificently. We still have some swirlies that we need to take care of and some micro scratching, especially down low. We need to hit this pretty good, but I mean the difference between the two is beyond major. This is only like 8 minutes of cutting right here, and just look at that difference. Absolutely beautiful. Let's continue. We are actually looking pretty magnificent, I cannot lie to you. So this is the corrected side. We get this bottom done real nice. That came out well. If we come around, right, absolutely cooked on this right side. That is untouched. We're just looking disgusting, but oh my lord, we come back over here now. So we're looking great. Unfortunately, the swirl is a bit deep in the clear coat, so I don't know if I want to leave it and just move on to the next, but let's do this, baby.
Super fly, super good, shoulda, coulda, knew I would. Super fly, super fresh, ask your mama, she's impressed. Super fine, super calm, super mean, super nice, super clean. Yeah, you know it. Yeah, well, always.
Now we must tackle this right side.
A few moments later.
So our first pass is complete on this right side. As you can see, we still got some pretty good scratches over here and swirling. This left side looks substantially better, but we ran through this twice, so it's expected. On this bottom part, we could do much better, right? We still have that swirly line, so here goes the second pass. All right, boom. That is the second pass completed. So now we're gonna take a rag and buff off our polish. So this is what we look like on our second pass. Much better than, that first pass. Down here, could use some more love. But we are using a one-stage compound and polish, so it does 2 in 1. So we're not looking for a true correction, but the goal was to get all those swirls out, and that's exactly what we did. Up here, looking much better. Boom, baby, that's how you do it. Look at this door. It's like a freaking mirror, man. I'm pretty happy with the result that we got on this door. If I wanted to really get in there and take out all the scratches, I'd probably go for a 2-stage correction, which is when you take initially just a straight compound, cut that whole clear coat down, and then finish it off with a polish. This time, we only used 3Ds 1. So 1-stage compound polish, get all the swirls out and get as much as you can with those scratches that are a bit deeper. Like I said, I'm almost satisfied with this result. So now, next step is the prep phase. This is if we were going to put a ceramic coating on, which I do intend to do, except I'm going to use a sealant. So in this bottle, we have Guyon Prep. So what we do is we spray the whole panel down. Hold on. And when you do this, you want to make sure you have rags specifically for taking care of like panels. You want to make sure you have rags specifically for paint work, right? You want to have prep rags, you want to have buffing rags, you want to have plush rags. You want to make sure you have rags dedicated to this and not using rags that are for general interior cleaning, exterior wipe down, things like that. All right, now we're going to prep it. So you want to get that whole door lathered in the prep. Then you want to let the prep do its thing for about 5 to 10 seconds. So we'll let this sit for a bit. Y'all are like far, but when you look closely, when you use the prep, you can see it actually starting to find the polishing oils, and that's what makes it perfect for prepping the panel. Prep, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's wipe this off. Typically, when you do this, you want to like kind of do it in 1 strokes. All right, so I'm gonna use the other side of the rag. Come through this panel. And when you have emblems like this, you just want to get into the cracks as best as you can. It's always going to be a little difficult. If it were a client, I'd be much more precise with it, but it's my personal vehicle, so I don't give up. Okay. Now that we have all that prep wiped down, you want to take your buffing rag, just go through it. Make sure everything's nice and clean. Boom, boom, boom. All right, awesome. So now, whenever you polish a panel, it'll be nice and smooth. You can run your hand right across it, right? Whenever you use that prep, you're not gonna be able to move your fingers much. And actually, if you're able to move your fingers like this, like back and forth, and it's just kind of gliding across that panel, that means you did not prep it correctly and you need to go through with a second spray. I actually covered the whole panel with the prep spray, so we're looking pretty perfect. Panel's fully prepped. We got all those polishing oils off. Now we're gonna move forward with the ceramic coating phase, right? Today, I'm not gonna use a dedicated coating. I'm gonna be using a sealant, which I put into this bottle from like a 5 liter. This is G-Technic ceramic sealant. It lasts about 12 months. So I'm gonna apply this with like just a normal rag. Typically I would use a paint specific rag, but it's my door, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna use a regular rag, and then we're gonna buff it off with a nice plush rag. So when applying this, there's not too much, not too little. Actually, if you apply it one time, buff it off and apply it a second time, you get a little bit more protection out of it. So we'll do exactly that. Show you what the process looks like. So you just want to cover it. Typically, I mean, this is a little bit too much, but it's all right. So we'll go across that whole panel in circular motions as best as you can. If you got space for it, boom. Just want to make sure we get into that door handle. Right, come back up top, drag it, boom, come down, work it into the panel down here. And then there, we'll make sure you get into those letters good. All right, boom. So that's good. Now your panel should be pretty smooth, right? Using that ceramic coating. We'll take your plush rag and start buffing. Now, like I said, I'm gonna do it two-step application, which is you spray it, you buff it in once, wipe it off, and then do it a second time. All right, cool. That's nice and coated. We're gonna get a second layer on there so we can have more time of protection. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Take your blue rag, same side as you just did first time. And you want to lather that in. For this one, you can just go over the letters. If you have badges on the side of the car, get it into those badges real quick. Then you want to take your plush rag again, flip sides, and buff that in nice and evenly. And boom! That is what a simple one-step correction looks like. Taking those heavy swirling out. Today we didn't get too into depth with the body lines, right, which would be this behind the door handle and the top trim and stuff, but we got the majority of it nice, flat, looking beautiful. Let's check out these results.
Super fly, super good, shoulda, coulda, knew I would. Super fly, super fresh, ask your mama, she's impressed. Super fly, super cold, super mean, super nice, super clean. Yeah, you know what.
All right, we're finished. That is the first official YouTube video of Bubbles Detailing. We don't have an outro, so this is my outro. You look me in my eyes and I'll look you in yours. Today you learned how to properly take swirls out. You learned my process. You got to see the wash process. So you should be fully prepared. I'm gonna make another video on what equipment you'll need as far as polishers, polishes, good rags, etc. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed, baby.
Super fly, super good, shoulda, coulda, knew I would. Super fly, super fresh, ask your mama, she's impressed.